Across the arid edge of the Okavango Delta, a brutal pre-monsoon heat dome presses down on the savanna woodland. The air is still. The ground is cracked. Every thorny branch of the acacia tree has become dry and brittle under the burning sun. High in the outer canopy of an umbrella thorn acacia, a male southern masked weaver is inspecting his tiny fortress. This is not just a nest. It is a survival structure. Every strand of grass is tightly woven. Every knot must be strong enough to hold life above the dangerous savanna floor. But in this harsh dry season, good building material is becoming rare. The male weaver launches into the stagnant air and drops toward a patch of elephant grass beside a dry creek bed. The sharp green blades still hold a trace of precious moisture. Just as he lands on one sturdy stem, another male weaver bursts from the grass. Arrival. Both birds explode into the air. Wings beat violently. Beaks lock together. Their small bodies crash through sharp grass blades and dry thorny branches in a sudden fight for territory. The resident male clamps down on the rival's wing joint with his powerful conical bill. The intruder struggles, twists, and finally retreats into the distant canopy. Victorious, the male weaver bites into a fresh blade of elephant grass and pulls hard. With one sharp sideways jerk, he strips away a long, flexible green fiber. But he does not return to the nest immediately. Instead, he drops onto a dusty game trail, where fresh leopard dung lies on the baked earth. Using his bill like a tiny spade, he scoops up small pungent boluses and carries them back to the tree. At the upper attachment point of the nest, he spreads the strong-smelling material around the branch and the suspension node. The scent of leopard becomes a chemical barrier, a natural disguise meant to confuse predators that hunt by smell. Then he weaves the fresh elephant grass into the nest, pulling each loop tight and strengthening the hanging brood chamber. Days later, inside the dark, warm sphere of the nest, new life begins to break through. 3 featherless nestlings hatch from their eggs. Their skin is thin, pink, and fragile. Their small yellow beaks open upward, releasing faint, delicate calls. From that moment, the nest is no longer only a structure. It is a target. The scent of newborn life slowly leaks through the old chemical disguise. From the lower part of the acacia tree, a green boomslang begins to climb. Its body slides silently over the bark. Its lidless eyes lock onto the hanging nest. It senses heat. It feels vibration. It knows there is vulnerable life inside. The snake slips between white thorns and moves closer to the thin branch holding the nest. The branch begins to tremble. Inside the woven chamber, the female weaver freezes. Outside, the male returns with food in his bill. He sees the predator approaching. A sharp alarm call tears through the canopy. The male weaver launches himself straight at the snake's head. His bill snaps just inches from the boomslang's eyes. His wings beat furiously, throwing bursts of air against the serpent's balance. The female weaver bursts from the downward entrance tube and joins the attack. Together, the two parents circle the snake, shrieking, diving, and striking from both sides. The boomslang coils its front body into an S shape. It is ready to strike, but as the standoff reaches its breaking point, a greater danger arrives from above. Through the humid heat haze, a massive African Harrier-Hawk drops from the sky. It lands heavily on the upper acacia structure. The entire branch system shakes. The raptor turns its bare yellow face toward the woven nest. With its specialized flexible legs, the hawk hangs upside down and thrusts one long talon foot into the narrow entrance tube below the nest. Its claws scrape against the woven grass walls. Inside, the female weaver feels the talons reaching closer to the nestlings. There is no escape route. The male weaver attacks the hawk's face. He dives again and again, targeting the exposed skin around the raptor's eyes with desperate precision. At the same time, the female weaver strikes from inside the entrance tube, pecking fiercely at the hawk's reaching foot. The boomslang remains on the branch. The Harrier-Hawk pulls from above. The nest is trapped between 3 forces of death. And then, the thin acacia branch cracks. The entire support point fails. The boomslang is thrown from the branch, twisting downward into the thorny underbrush below. The Harrier-Hawk loses its balance, pulls its talons out of the entrance tube, and beats its broad wings violently to regain lift. For one terrifying instant, the nest drops, but it does not fall to the ground. A secondary safety not made from elephant grass, built earlier by the male weaver, holds firm around a thicker support branch. The nest swings wildly like a pendulum in open air. Inside, the female presses her body over the 3 nestlings, absorbing the violent shock. The Harrier-Hawk circles once, but the swinging nest is now too difficult to reach inside the thorny canopy. With a frustrated cry, it turns away and flies heavily toward the distant woodland. Below, the boomslang slithers away through dry grass, escaping the driver ants moving across the ground layer. Slowly, silence returns to the acacia canopy. The male weaver lands on a nearby branch, chest heaving, feathers ruffled with dust and bark fragments. The female cautiously looks out from the entrance tube and scans every direction. No snake, no hawk, only the nest, still swaying gently in the hot wind. Inside, the 3 nestlings begin to call again. The female returns to cover them with her body. The male resumes his duty, flying out to find food, then returning to perch upside down at the entrance and pass nourishment inside. In a world of fangs, talons, heat, and hunger, 2 tiny birds have survived through instinct, architecture, and fierce parental courage. The nest still hangs, and life continues. The events in this story are dramatized from real biological behaviors and natural survival dynamics. For more epic stories from the wild, subscribe to the channel and follow the next video.